Hello, this is David Kozik, a Chief Spiritual Officer and Senior Minister for the LoveMakers Foundation, a hybrid spiritual organization whose purpose it is to bring love to the world and love to each and every individual in the world. But it starts with us. It starts with the LoveMakers. It starts with the people really visualizing and looking at this video, and the people who have been following our LoveMakers trail for the last several years, to know that love is the way, that our mission is to bring love to the world. In recognition of that, we have our three-part series on Jesus and Jesus in the Easter time. And today's love message is Jesus and love in his last days. We're broadcasting here from our Lake Arrowhead spiritual headquarters. It's windy out, but the power of love transcends all. And that was the message of Jesus, is that love is the way. I want to take a little bit of a historical look during the first part of this three-part series. And I'm going to break it down. So what happened right before Jesus entered into Jerusalem? What happened when Jesus entered Jerusalem? And what happened at the Last Supper? And then from there we'll go to the crucifixion, and then we'll discuss and talk about the resurrection. And this year we'll also discuss the ascension, Jesus' ascension into heaven. But before Jesus entered Jerusalem, he was in Bethany to visit Lazarus, who he had raised from the dead. And he was entering Jerusalem in a tumultuous way. He was entered as the king, the spiritual king, representing God. And the Pharisees were afraid. And Jesus taught at the temple. Jesus created a lot of chaos because of his growing popularity, because of his messages, his talk about the kingdom of heaven. And the Pharisees started to plan his death. But Jesus, of course, knew all this. He knew that his destiny was to do final teachings and then to be crucified, to be raised from the dead and resurrected, and then to ascend into heaven. Jesus knew all of this. But as he entered, before he entered the city of Jerusalem, he said, "Yet a little while the light is with you. Walk while you have the light." The light being really the light of love. "That darkness doesn't overtake you." Don't let fear overtake you. "He who walks in the darkness doesn't know where he is going. While you have the light, believe in the light, that you may become children of the light." John, the book of John, chapter 12. Jesus is entering Jerusalem knowing that he is going to be crucified. Jesus is entering know that he's about to make history. Now, whether you believe the historical facts or not, Jesus knew that the essential message was the message of love and is the message of love. So he made a triumphal entry into Jerusalem. Again, he taught. There was chaos. There was tumultuousness. And then Jesus was in the Last Supper, where he brought the disciples together. And he washed their feet, and he talked about service. And he also realized, the disciples realized, that Jesus did not come to judge the world, but to save the world. But how was he going to do that? The only way Jesus knew how to do that, and that is to save the world, is to bring the message of love, because he knew, like we know, that love is the way, that love is forever, that energy of love is cosmic, is eternal, is infinite. And Jesus told his disciples, "Little children, I will be with you a little while longer. You will seek me. As I said to the Jews, where I am going, you can't come. So I tell you now, that I give you a new commandment, that you love one another, just as I have loved you, you also love one another. By this, everyone will know that you are my disciples, if you have love for one another. Jesus is laying it out. You have to love one another. And he already talked about the great commandment, right? Love God, the great commandment. Number 2 commandment, love others as you love yourself. But the key is love. Jesus had to have the disciples focus on love because he knew it was only the message of love that was going to perpetuate his message. He had to focus people on love. He had to persevere only through love. Love of himself, love of the Father. And he had to have his disciples focusing on love because that's the only way the message of Jesus Christ was going to spread. Whether you consider yourself a Christian or not, it doesn't matter. Because the essence is love. Love is the way. Love is the most powerful force. Love is the eternal force that frees you from fear, that brings only light into your life and enables you to deal with anything in your life. I urge you, as you go through this Easter holiday, and as you go through this weekend, take time to contemplate about love, about the historical fact that Jesus gave his life for love and that his message was love. Think about the power of love. Think about the highest force in your life and how it relates to love. Think about how you can give more love. Feel the love in your heart. Feel that, what I would call Christ energy, that spiritual energy that is total, absolute love. That not only makes you more courageous, more confident in this dimension, getting you what you want in this dimension, but that love is everlasting. That love is everlasting. So know at this moment that I live in everlasting love, that the Christ energy of love flows through me, and that I am part of this love. I am part of absolute love as I become absolute love now. Knowing that there is only love, that the light of love, shines through me each and every moment of my lives, bringing prosperity, happiness, and total joy. I am love. I am infinite love. Love is the way, so it is. It is so. Amen. Take that and you use the I. Use that meditation this weekend. Go into silence. Take a walk into nature. Hold your hand over your heart and look to the sky. Check out the Big Dipper. Realize the massive force of love. Feel that love. When you go by yourself and you're meditating, you look at the stars, or you look at the sunrise or the sunset, or you walk in nature, you will feel that love. You will feel the travails of Jesus Christ as he enters Jerusalem, as he gives the Last Supper, as he knows that his courage is based on love of the Father, love of God. Know that it's based simply on love. That gave him the courage to do what is necessary to fulfill his destiny. And I want us all, I want you to fulfill your destiny in absolute love. So go in love, go in peace. Know that love is the way. Check out our website at LoveMakersFoundation.com. But know that the prayers of Deborah and myself are with you at all times. If you need us, call us or check us out on our email address, on our website. We're here for you to help you become love. So it is so. Amen. And remember, love is the way.